Good evening and welcome to the Newman City Council regular meeting, April 28th, 2026. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our invocation. Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we come before you seeking your guidance and wisdom tonight. Bless this council as they serve our community. May every decision honor you and uplift those we represent. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Out of closed session, advice was given. Roll call.
Councilmember Pimentel.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Ball.
Here.
Councilmember Tomlinson.
Here.
Councilmember Harden. Here. Mayor Graham.
Here. Any declarations of conflicts of interest tonight? None. Ceremonial matters, none. Items from the public, non-agenda items. Anybody wishing to speak today, please go up to the stand and speak. Yep. Please state your name and your address, and then go with whatever information you need to. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Denise. I live here in Newman. Do you need my full address?
Yeah, please.
916 Tivoli Drive, Newman. And I'm here to respectfully bring to the council's attention a matter that the community has been talking about online, and that is the proposal of the cell tower, the new cell tower with Verizon. And I just want to try to briefly just give you some highlights to consider and request that the council consider reviewing this information for future, perhaps review of the current ordinance, and if there might be some things that need to be added to secure more control for the community and the local government here. So in light of that, there's been concern regarding health and wellness, and also came across some legal and liability issues, and some important court information that is going on right now. So just to bring to your attention, in October and November of 2025, a bill was being passed through the government to take control away from the local government regarding the location and all of the things that go with that for installing proposed cell towers. And their desire was to roll this out, 5G, particularly targeted rural areas. And 2026 would be the beginning of rolling this out. And here we find ourselves in Newman facing this as well. There was a hearing, so let me go back to that. It is called Build America Eliminating Barriers to Wireless Deployments, but that really means that it takes local control away in many ways. So I do have information I provided to each of you to review at your convenience later on. So I just want to bring that to your attention that there was a petition filed by Environmental Health Trust and addressing the Federal Communication Commission's regulations that are outdated, dating back to 1996. It's 30 years old. And there are harms regarding health and environment to children that are of concern, and how that relates to Newman is that the cell tower proposal is in the middle of 4 or 3 schools and housing. Let's see. So I just want to bring that to your attention and request that this information that I provide be reviewed and perhaps our ordinance looked at and possibly revamped. But anyways, I'll just go through this real quick. There are alternative ways also I found, shockingly, the Ethernet cord. So we used to use the Ethernet cord versus wireless. We all love wireless. We need that convenience for many things, but we need to balance the safety safety as well for our community, for each of us. And I found amazingly that we can actually, for example, in schools, our question would be, well, how are we going to get our 5G? How are we going to get our wireless internet? We need this. And amazingly, it's the Ethernet cord. It's very inexpensive. And lo and behold, it's wherever there's buildings, you can actually use the Ethernet cord to receive no radiation, and you can receive faster service. That was amazing to me to find out. So very interesting to be looked upon. So I gave you some handouts you can look at later. It's a lot of information to absorb. But the other thing that I found very astonishing was the legal and liability issues. When a new cell tower is proposed, this is from Environmental Health Trust, when a new cell tower is proposed, the first question to ask is, do you have insurance for damages from long-term exposure to radiation frequency, RFR? Usually the answer is no. Why? Insurance companies rank the risk as high. 5G and cell towers are an uninsurable risk. And I thought that was absolutely amazing that they're giving this information to their shareholders, that they warn their own shareholders that their products, nor do their companies warn the people exposed to emissions from their infrastructure. The other thing is fires. Fires are, we had one in Merced off Highway 99 a couple years ago. If one catches on fire, the pollution that goes in the air, and also if it falls, you have to have a setback, and that's what they call it, a setback. If it falls, you have to have enough feet for it to fall. If it falls and it shatters and it goes everywhere and there's flames, what's that going to do? Because we have a very small fire department. Do we have the resources for that? And the other thing that brings to my attention is that we have 2 cell towers so close together next to Dollar General and in the business area. And I understand that's public property, but that's concerning, because what if something were to happen fire-wise, fire hazard, and how much double emissions are being spread out in that small vicinity? I sure wish private property owners would consider their neighbors, and how they may not be aware how it's impacting us, but there's long-term exposure risks. And so too much information to go over in 3 minutes, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
With that, I know we have another person that wants to talk about ordinances. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Natalie Zielinski, and I reside at 2018 Stockbridge Drive here in Newman. First of all, I want to thank the council and for the city for writing a letter to so the cell tower would find another place besides where it is at school. So I want to thank you for that. I'm here tonight to bring attention to an urgent matter regarding our cell towers city ordinance. As it stands, the ordinance in Newman is extremely vague, and I believe we need to act proactively with ongoing development and rapidly evolving technology. This issue is only going to come up more frequently. Other cities in similar situations, like Nevada City, have already taken meaningful steps. Nevada City recently adopted a comprehensive ordinance, which I was going to print, but it's 87 pages long. And it's available through the municode.com under Chapter 17.150, and it's headed Wireless Telecommunication Facilities. This shows that there are clear, detailed framework available that we can look at to as a guide. I also want to highlight the level of community concern. I recently started a Facebook group called Newman, California Cell Towers for Local Residents. And just in the past 3 weeks, we've grown to over 230 members. That kind of engagement reflects how important this issue is to us. Anyways, I respectfully urge the City Council to reevaluate and strengthen our current ordinance now so that we can ensure clarity, transparency, and proper protection for our residents moving forward. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Right here? All right. My name is Manuel. My address is 432 Laurel Avenue in Gustine, California. And the reason why I'm here today is because I've been trying to issue a subpoena to get access to body cam footage about an incident that happened about in October. I've been trying to issue that subpoena and directly to the city of Newman regarding a situation that there was some damage with an incident when they pulled me over with my phone. And I've been trying to issue that subpoena accordingly to how the rules about getting it sent with the city clerk of Turlock. And I tried issuing it to Michael, and they refused to sign it and accept it. So I wanted to see like if you guys might be able to help me out to like address the situation, so it could get get access to that video, because I could say something, but in reality, with that video, it's gonna show the real incident about what happened. And that's the best way to address the situation, you know, rather than me talking about it, just having that footage.
Right.
And
Thank you, Manuel. We'll have somebody reach out to you.
and
Thank you, Manuel. I appreciate you taking the steps to try to get the right information and present it. Thank you.
Anyone else? Nobody from the high school wants to get up and talk?
I have one more over there.
I wasn't planning to, but just make a really quick statement. Hi, my name is Julia Chan. I'm at 1543 Circle Lane, Newman. Just wanted to make a statement, not a good public speaker by any means, but I also wanted to back up Natalie and Denise's statement that myself and a lot of other people that I know in Newman oppose the cell towers. And I appreciate the work that you've done to help get the current location denied, or the last proposed location denied. I think that it's important that we protect our children and the community, and I ask that you continue to help to look at whatever proposed locations are in line for the future, that we, as community residents, become aware of it, not through just maybe just the immediate neighbors, which I think is the current procedure with the county, but if it's in the city, that there's more awareness, I guess, distributed to the community. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to keep track of this type of activity, other than going to the website every week. But, or, you know, it's great that you have the agenda posted and all that, but please continue to think of the community. I know there's always a balance with businesses and continuing to make sure our technology is up to date, but I think our safety, as well as like land values and all the other items that come along with, you know, having cell towers, continue to be considered. So thank you for your help, and I appreciate you listening. Also, if you're not part of that Facebook group that Natalie created on the cell towers, please join. There's a ton of great resources, a lot of information. I've learned a lot myself. So, and everybody here, if you haven't joined, please check it out. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Thank you for everybody that came and spoke tonight. We appreciate it. Item number 8, consent calendar. Waive all readings of ordinance and resolution except by title. B, approval of warrants. C, approval of minutes of the April 14th, 2026 meeting. D, adopt resolution 2026, next number, resolution initiating proceedings for the levy and collection of assessment for lighting and landscape maintenance district for fiscal year 26-27 and ordering the preparation of the engineer's report. E, adopt resolution 2026, next number, a resolution of concurrence and support of the Stanislaus County CDBG fiscal year 26-27 annual action plan.
Move to approve the consent calendar.
A second.
We have first, second, go and vote electronically. Motion carries 5-0. No public hearings, regular business. Michael?
No regular business, Mayor.
I'm sorry, no regular. I am from the city manager. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. So, maybe the council wasn't aware, but on the periphery of our city limits, there was a proposed cellular tower, 130-foot tall, that was being processed by the county planning department. So they sent us an early referral. We looked at the area. The area is future residential. So we sent a letter of opposition stating that that is not permitted in that area and that we recommend they deny it, and consistent with our zoning and consistent with agreements that we have with the county. With that being said, there are certain state and federal laws that actually prohibit how much we can and cannot do. Currently, we do allow cellular towers in some of our non-residential areas. We do not allow them in residential areas. We don't allow them in parks, and we don't govern schools because schools are their own and they can do kind of what they want on their property. So I would assume that our district wouldn't approve that. So, but we'll take a look at what the current cellular issue ordinance is, and we'll have our planning department take a look at that and then see if we need to bring something back to update it, to make sure that we're consistent with state law as well as consistent with public health and safety issues that are ongoing on there. So with that being said, it is important to understand a lot of this is governed by state and federal regulations. So we have very small envelope, if you will, of what we can work within the local jurisdictions, and we'll see where we stand with respect to that envelope and possibly bring something. It would go through the planning commission and then up to you eventually if we find that there's something that needs to be done. I want to, we had a meeting a couple weeks ago. Caltrans came out and sat down with the mayor and I and our city engineer as well as our public works director, had a really great meeting, talked about the necessity and our desire to get a stoplight at Inyo and Highway 33. That's in the process, so we were making them aware of it. As you know, that intersection is long overdue for a traffic signal. Caltrans just reminded us you got to have a lot of auto wrecks there. So if you guys want to, if your kids want to go wreck your parents' car at that intersection, we'd be very happy. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. But it is actually true that Caltrans requires, they count how many accidents were there. So if you don't have a lot of accidents there, they don't think you need a stoplight. So. Correct. And then we're also talking about projects and the intersection at Sherman, Jensen, and Highway 33 as well. So we had that conversation with them as well. So it was good to meet them. Good for them to see our face, put faces to people. And then we talked a little bit about what we're doing in our community, and they were very impressed. And then lastly, Tommy might talk about it as well, but I just wanted to wish Perfecto Alon happy and blessed retirement. Today was his last. Wow. Today was his last official work day. He's got 2 more days. I think he's just gonna be gone on vacation. But after multiple decades in the city, Perfecto Alon will be retiring from city service here effective at the end of this month. So I wish him a long and healthy retirement. So.
Thank you, Mike.
No alley today.
Chief Richardson?
Evening, Mayor, council members. I'd like to also wish Perfecto good luck in his ongoing adventures. He's been a key to the city for a long time and someone I've worked alongside with for a long time, so he'll truly be missed. And that's all I have tonight. Please don't wreck your cars, and if you do, not until after May 29th to be preferred. And that's all I have for tonight. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Chief.
Good evening, and to reiterate what Michael and Chief has said, yes, Perfecto was last day today for retirement. We wish him the best, and he will be missed. And he has done much over his decades here in the city, and he's looking forward to that retirement. Additionally, I just wanted to mention that we plan to take our L Street, our Measure L funded reconstruction of the L Street project to post it in the paper next week for about a 3-week bid process, and then bring that to you guys for consideration. And I can answer any questions.
When's the news project opening?
So news, we're still working on fulfilling grant requirements and ensuring that we can ensure the safety of any public visitors to news before we open it to the public.
Just so the public knows, that's the new trail out on Hunt Road, correct?
On Canal School and Inyo,
Canal School
the corner
Road.
of Canal
Yeah,
School
so-
and Inyo. News is a environmental wetland system, which is designed to help treat stormwater and ag runoff and tailwater, and treat that water before it enters the river. So it reduces the nutrient loading, sediment, transportation, and helps that clean up that water before it eventually hits our river. And that was a grant funded project, and we are construction is completed, as Councilmember Ball, Mayor Pro Tem Ball had mentioned. And so there are some considerations for safe public access to that facility. And so we'll bring some more to you on that. Thank you. And I can answer any questions.
I'll ask you again in 2 weeks.
Of course.
Chief Owen?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I also want to congratulate Perfecto. It's great working with him, and I hope he has a well-deserved retirement. A couple of things. We're going to be honoring 3 of our Academy graduates from Columbia College Thursday, so we'll be heading out there Thursday in the afternoon to see them graduate. It's great to get them back to the station, and then they get to teach our future firefighters, so we're excited for that. We got 3 of them coming back. And then we'll be doing some kind of presentation in a couple weeks at Barrington. So you guys might see us out there, it looks like. So I can answer any other questions you guys might have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Pro Tem?
We would like to thank everybody for your community outreach on the cell tower issue. It's really great to see our community come together, reach out to us, and hopefully actually be able to get something done. That is all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do want to report, last Wednesday, I was able to attend the West Side Theater Foundation meeting. They have a great lineup coming up, so they're encouraged you guys to attend. They have, sorry? Oh, sorry. Journey Revisit, John Cougar Mellencamp, Boys of Summer, that's Eagles Tribute. That's good. There's a lot of great shows coming up. I encourage everyone to attend. These are great shows. And then they also had their play that was postponed. It's coming. It's called California Suite, and it's postponed to October 16th through the 25th on the weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's all.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you again for the packets. Hopefully it could bring light to more people who visit your website.
Again, thank you for the cell tower information. I personally knew Mason Ferrulli, for those of you who are familiar with Manteca. So cell towers are definitely a sensitive subject for myself. So I will definitely keep that in mind. I want to keep our children safe. So schools are definitely a zone for me to keep in mind. Again, wish all the best of luck to Perfecto. I think he was the first person I met from the city when I was out there, and his work was always Perfecto. So kept our parks green and sprinklers working. So again, wish him all the best in his retirement, and thank you for showing up tonight.
I'm going to kind of repeat the same thing again. Thank you guys for setting up and going out and being a voice of the community for the cell towers. It's a big thing to get involved in your community, so we greatly appreciate that and pushing that through because it's important. Perfecto, congratulations to him. Hopefully he enjoys his retirement. I'm a little jealous. But, everybody hear that? All the students, if you guys need your paperwork signed after we clear the meeting, just come up here and have one of us sign it, one of the council members or myself sign it, and that way you guys get your credit. Next time, don't wait till like last week or the last meeting before you guys actually graduate. So with that, I'll ask for adjournment.